Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about something that I actually have no business talking about. It's nothing that concerns me, but people have been asking me about it so much that it's become a prevailing topic in my live chats, and it's becoming kind of annoying, to be honest. I'm being asked this same thing 3 or 4 times a chat, and it's every chat. So I thought, well, even though it is none of my business, I'm going to address it so maybe people will quit asking me. And I don't have to deal with it every time. So what I want to talk about is this fact that James Yeager is going over to the Ukraine, supposedly. First, people were asking me, is he going over there to fight? But it appears he's saying he's going over there to train their fighters because, he's a trainer. And people have been asking me, what do I think of this? Is this something that's legitimate? Is it a cash grab? Is it a publicity stunt? What is it? Well, I honestly can't tell you for certain, but I can give you my opinion. And I will say right now that there are a lot of logistical issues with this being done. One, someone who has no ties to the Ukraine actually getting into Kyiv to actually do training. That would be very difficult right now. Hopefully the Ukrainians are smart enough to know we just don't let anybody who wants to come in and fight or train or whatever do it, because that would just be like saying, all right, Russia, send in all your saboteurs, because we're not checking people's backgrounds and making sure they have a connection to our country. That would be a stupid thing. Also, the idea that he said he was going to make videos while he was there, it would be kind of dumb for any military to allow someone to come in and make videos and then post them on YouTube. That might give away any type of information that they definitely don't want the Russians having, even if it's just in the background. So logistically, I don't see it as something that's going to be possible. Plus, militaries usually don't just bring in outside trainers. They usually have, certain ways they do things and certain ways they want things done. And it's not just, farmed out to anybody who wants to come over and do it. So logistically, it seems like something that would be a near impossibility to me. But with that being said, does James Yeager want to do it? Is he serious about it? Well, I think a lot of people know, it's not a secret, that he has stated that he has ALS. Or at least he strongly believes he has ALS, and he has a family history of ALS, and he's showing symptoms. Well, when you get diagnosed with something like that, I have a friend who just got diagnosed with that about a year ago. You take stock of things, because that is not a fun diagnosis. You very quickly lose your independence, your capabilities, just everything that made you goes away. And you don't have the ability to do any of the things you used to do. And when that happens, you might say to yourself, hey, I've got so much time left, I want to do something valuable with it. I want to do something that makes a difference with it. So I have no trouble thinking that someone like James Yeager, who, believe me, he and I are not buddies. We have a sordid history at best. I have no problem believing someone who's always been a kind of go out there and do it kind of guy would want to make the most of his time he has left if he does seriously have ALS. That would motivate someone to try to do the impossible, even if they think it's something worth doing. So, in my opinion, if you're someone who's worried that, it's a cash grab or it just even can't logistically happen, well, then don't get involved. If you don't want to be involved, don't get involved. If you're someone who wonders if he's being legitimate about it, look at the circumstances and say to yourself, would I be legitimate about it? Would I actually want to do something with the time I had left? I think most of us would. I probably would just be like, I'm just going to eat everything I can possibly eat from now till then. But other people have things they want to do, things that are important, things that make a difference in the world. And like I said, I don't have any problem believing that this is something James Yeager would do. So, like I said, if you don't want to support it, don't support it. But understand that it is something that's not only possible, but it's likely that he would be serious about. Because, like I said, ALS, serious disease. And when you're a person who's always been doing your whole life, been doing, you're an active person, an involved person, etc., and you're told you're going to be able to do that for just a little bit more, and then you're done, Well, that motivates you to go out with a bang. And who could think of something more important right now than going over and helping in Ukraine? So I don't have any problem believing that it's legitimate. But like I said, do I believe it's possible? Well, that's another thing. But here's the thing. Even if it is impossible, if he's wanting to do it and he's trying to do it, do you fault him for trying to do the impossible? Or do you say, wow, that guy will do whatever. He doesn't care if people tell him it's possible or not. It's something he wants to do. He's made a decision and he's going to do everything he can to make his last days count. All right, everybody, with that being said, I want to move on and say one more thing here. The other day I made a video about Senator Megan Hunt in Nebraska and how she had said that giving everybody gun rights through constitutional carry is a racist idea because gun rights were something that were granted to people by a bunch of old white racists, the founding fathers. It wasn't a God-given right. It was a right given to white people by racists. And I took exception to that. A lot of people are saying, are you denying that the founding fathers were racist or that there were racist ideas involved back then? No, I'm not denying that at all. I don't deny the past. I choose not to look at the past and fester over it. I choose to look at how much progress we've made since then and use it as a source of pride. But I'm not going to say the founding fathers didn't do racist things. But here's the thing. Granting everybody the right to keep and bear arms isn't racist. It makes all men, women, everyone equal because they have the ability to defend themselves and maybe even stand up for their country if needed. So that's not racist at all. The racist thing they did is they didn't allow everyone to have that right. They didn't allow blacks, immigrants, women. They really discriminated against a lot of people. A lot of people, walk into court didn't have the same rights as other people had. Or walking down the street didn't have the same rights other people had. That was the thing they did that was racist and unconscionable. These laws that we're passing now, constitutional carry, aren't compounding something they did racist. It's taking away the racist aspect of what they did. It's saying these rights are for everyone. They were awesome for white people for a long time. And now, even though everyone supposedly has access to them, they don't because the states have set up roadblocks to stop poor people, which happen to be quite often minorities. There's lots of white poor people too, but a larger percentage of minorities get affected by things that affect poor people. So they've set up these roadblocks to keep poor people from being able to exercise their rights. And all constitutional carry does is it blasts through those roadblocks for people that have up until now been denied the ability to do that, to exercise their right to carry a firearm. That's all it's doing. It's deleting the sins of the founding fathers, the sin that they excluded some people, and deleting the sins of the state over the last several decades for putting barriers in front of some people being able to exercise their right. The wrong people, the people that aren't wealthy, white, etc. That's all these laws do. Constitutional carry. It makes it open to everyone. And that's not racist. And like I said, that's not compounding the sins of our fathers. It's atoning for them. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you come back again on Monday. Until then, I just want to remind everyone to always carry and stay safe until I see you again.